I thought that I might share some poetry and free writing that I did this year, along with the songs that if you're watching this, you're probably used to on my channel. Most of these don't have names. If they do, I'll say what they were. I'm going to start with some free writes that I did back in July at the songwriting retreat. These songs in my heart pump their own blood. These words bring oxygen. These thoughts teeter on the edge of wisdom, ever seeking. These songs in my heart are a memory. These words were once spoken and will come again and again until words lose all meaning and we sing with silence. These songs in my heart are my hope. These words search out solace in the dark, lonely consonants thrown against the night sky like pinpoints of light burning far away. These songs in my heart are too little to battle against each bitter day, but they struggle on relentless, making meaning out of seeming senselessness. These songs in my heart will come untethered. These words will venture forth to new unknowns, will seek out other songs, other words will form new constellations. These songs in my heart will not fall silent, and so I will sing them out, and so I will sing them out. Tea leaves in the wind, peppermint bay breeze soothsayers, important portents, caffeine-free. Super blueberry herbal future, raspberry hibiscus missives I delve deep into my cup and sip on mysteries. Earlier, coffee bright awakening as birds scratch out worms in the bay, cursive clawfoot scrawl left in muddy dunes. Tomorrow, barefoot across the wet sand, I will walk out to chase the receding tide like memories of other lives. Tea leaves in the wind, my fingers swirl patterns on the page like tea leaves in the wind. The cold fire pit of the morning after remembers yesterday's songs like prayers offered to the blackened sky uttered between the sparks. The cold fire pit of the morning after remembers yesterday's songs, words written in the wind with charcoal scrawl, pronounced in dancing flame spark drawl, and carried out beyond the bay to the ocean's drumming breakers. The cold fire pit of the morning after remembers yesterday's songs like all of yesterday's yesterdays. Ancient rhythms etched in roots and rocks, these songs live now in clouds and fall on treetops over distant mountains. This one's a song that hasn't any music to it yet. It's called Two Pine Trees. Two pine trees grow side by side, and the wind and the birds and the blue, blue sky are all they know of the world going by as the world goes by. One pine caressed the other's bark as they stood silent in the deep black dark, and a love was born, though it left no mark, not a solitary mark. Chorus. We all have roots that hunger for the earth, our branches in the wind will dance and sway, but it's love that makes us reach up to the heavens. So, darling, let us love another day. Two pine trees whose love will never bend, though they dance and sway and flutter in the wind, but back to rest their branches touch again, their leaves caress again. Darling mine, I know we are not pines. Some days are filled with laughter, some with sighs. But you are all I want as the world goes by, as the world goes by. We all have roots that hunger for the earth, our branches in the wind will dance and sway. But it's love that makes us reach up to the heavens. So darling, let us love another day. Cycles don't believe in finishing. Every end will circle back around in patterns undiminishing. We dream, we think, we scrawl some marks upon some blemished pages, and we say, look, A song as if each thought in stages could be caged. But every song continues through the ages, songs on songs on songs, and songs forever. And whether we protect them hidden to ourselves or shout them out on mountaintops and dells, even so they ring out to each other. They live on in trees, they flow out to the seas, they grow and fade and one day grow again in patterns undiminishing. This is another song I wrote in July that does not yet have music to it. It's called Copalis Bay. The ghost trees of Copalis Bay have still got a song to sing. Their story's one of shifting rock and oceans taking wing. For though they once were green, their branches reaching towards the sky, their skeletons still stand to tell us we don't have to die. 300 years and more ago, the pressure grew too great, so snapped then like a spring endless tons of plate. Near 1,000 miles of coastal lands bucked and heaved and threw, and then the ocean came and washed it all away in blue. The wave fell on Vancouver and the tribes of Nia Bay. Another wave surged west for Japan to greet the day. A late January morning, the sea rushed in with the sun. That orphan wave declared the day was done. The ghost trees of Copalis Bay have still got a song to sing. Their story's one of shifting rock and oceans taking wing. For though they once were green, their branches swinging to and fro, their skeletons stand still now saying, we don't have to go. One day the earth will shake, the oceans rise. We may all be here to see it with our own eyes. There's no way to prevent it, that much is true. I wouldn't change a thing being here with you. The ghost trees of Copalis Bay have still got a song to sing. Their story's one of shifting rock and oceans taking wing. For though they once were green, their branches swinging to and fro, their skeletons stand still now saying, we don't have to go. This one's called Green. Green. Green morning rain on green leaves and the sun red cresting the morning sky. Green, camellias' green leaves, remembering pink blossoms, remembering spring's green cry. Green, green, grass green growing between the sidewalk's concrete slabs and one yellow flower. Green, your eyes and your breath, blue and short and puffing white in winter's early hour. Green pastures, green gardens, green movement, green party, green energy, green envy, green scaping, the grass is greener, green is cleaner, green and green on green and ever green. Paint the gray skies green, and the red smoke, and the black seas, and this beating heart, and these aching lungs, and me. This was a free write exercise to start with a word that has a certain sound and then just go by sounds. Words that sound similar. Ancestor, adjuster, mister, mystery, misery, miserly, wiser, he who tries and please, cries on his knees, rises, decrees, deceased, least, a feast for fleas and bees and me. Spinster, spinner, winner, chicken dinner, lickin' sinner in summer, one more but funner. Unspun, undone, unwon by wonder, London's up-and-comer, sundown home runner, hero who shuns her, spiderweb hider, giggles inside her, caught and then tried her. I wrote this one at a poetry workshop in November. It's called Camellia. Camellia's put away her pink earrings. Her wind-whipped waxy leaves look lonely in the living room light that barely makes it out the window. She's flashy in spring, can't wait to play dress-up and flirt with the day's most ambitious pollinators. It's almost crass. The dogs scuffle at my feet as I open the door and let them out to snuff at leaves, freshly blown to the ground. Some colorful cherry, austere dogwood, the neighbor's maple on a journey. Camellia too, but few, pink petals long since gone. She clings now to every trace of green, like that might stop the season's change. The wind chimes its way through twisted spoons, and I call the dogs back inside, holding tight to my own leaves, to weather what's to come. I wrote this one at the same poetry workshop. It's called Dog Walks. I take the dogs for 3 long walks in the same day because I need to be outside and doing anything at all but thinking too much. I don't walk the dogs for a week because I simply can't bear to do anything. They prefer the walks, but on the slow, sad days, they curl their perfect little forms into spotted crescents by my side. I can't tell if their deep dog sighs are wistful or if they find comfort in my company, as I find so much in theirs. Tomorrow, I vow to them, we will walk. Then I close my tired eyes and listen to the soft breaths of 2 quiet sisters and the howling November wind. And that's all I have for now. Just a little bit of my poetry and other writing. That isn't all songs, or a couple songs that haven't found their music yet. But thanks for listening. Thanks for listening all of this year. I really appreciate it. I'm going to keep doing a song a week in 2025 as best as I can. And thanks for being on this journey with me. I will see you when I see you. All right.